Hey guys, Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review on one of a really anticipated book that is coming out from Marvel this week, which was Captain Marvel issue 1, which was actually trending on Twitter the other day. So I was pretty excited to read this. It was like on the top of my pile to read. I'm like, alright, Captain Marvel, like what are they gonna bring with this series? And it was trending on Twitter, getting some good positive reviews. So I was like, alright, I'm pretty excited to read this. The cover is pretty good. I like the background stuff. A lot of people have issue with her hair, which I'm not totally crazy about, but it really is only for the cover. Like the art inside is like crazy good. Probably one of my favorites. Right next to Ms.Marvel. I mean, like the art inside makes this issue. So yeah, it's definitely not like this. She does have that hair thing going on for her, but it's not as noticeable in the issue. So I'm one of those people that are not a big fan of the hair thing either. And her new costume, I thought, okay. It's kind of similar to her old one. I mean, it's not. I'm trying to think of her old one. It's like the black, like M kind of across her costume. So it's kind of similar. So her costume's okay. I thought, the hair. But it's only for the cover, The art again makes this issue, so it just like it's not noticeable in the issue, which is what we want. So let's talk about this issue. See if this was good or bad. Let's see. So. Let me just show you one of these pages. Isn't this like one of the best art you've ever seen? This is something I would never even expect to be in a comic book. Okay. This is just such great art. Look at this all. Really, really good art. So in this issue, though, let's talk about the story besides the art. Ms. Marvel is she still is Ms. Marvel in the beginning of this issue, but she's trying to decide, but she has a new costume and stuff. I don't know why she changed her costume, but, she decided to. Maybe I'm missing something, maybe it was in Avengers or something. But, yeah, so she changes her costume and everything, and, she's like, oh, I'm still Ms. Marvel, but Captain America's like, you deserve to be Captain Marvel. Take that mantle. It's more like, he would want that, Captain Marvel. And then, Carol's like, think about it, but I don't think it's me. I'm Miss Marvel. I'm not Captain Marvel. So, we also find out more about, like, her pilot, her being a pilot, especially for people who don't know Carol Danvers. That's, like, her big thing. She's a pilot. We learn a lot about that, like, who influenced her, which is two characters that are a little confusing. There's one of these characters, which I think she's like taken care of or something. I don't know who she is. I'm not so familiar with Ms. Marvel. Like I know her character. I've read some of her series, but I'm not so familiar with their supporting characters. So there's one person that I'm guessing she's taken care of. Doesn't know about her powers. There's someone who actually like is her like mentor, inspiration. Who she thinks about like in the past, like I think she met her, but these two characters look exactly the same. So I don't know if they're the same character or not, but one of them died, so that's a little confusing in the end. So there's two characters that look really similar in this issue. One her mentor, one she's taken care of, which they didn't really explain who she was. But we do get to see a little bit of Captain Marvel's past, and her taking the Captain Marvel title in this issue. I have to say, even though the little confusingness in the end, this issue was really good. In the beginning we get a little bit of like, oh, like you're a woman, blah blah, and like they're really picking on that, right? So I kind of understand that also because it is really the first solo series for Marvel right now going on, which a woman is leading in. The last one was X-23, and the longest running one was Spider-Girl. But they haven't really, Marvel doesn't really have a lot of female superheroes that have their own series. So they're kind of making a big deal of it in the beginning of this issue, which I was like, you don't have to point to it. Like, we know that she's a woman character and she's, actually has a solo series. But I felt like they were really pointing at it in the beginning. But other than that, like, you kind of look past that. Like, after that, like, little scene with the fight in Captain Marvel, you kind of look past that and they don't really mention it again. I think they're just, like, showing her, like, this is a woman character. I just feel like they're just showing that. I don't think they really did on purpose. But they did do that in the beginning, which I don't really care. But other people might, But, yeah, so they're just pointing that out in the beginning. But they really show Carol's character in this issue, showing that like who she is. Like she is Air Force person, like how she got her powers, who influences her to be who she is. So it definitely is a good issue and makes me really excited to pick up issue 2. And look at this art. You have to love this art. Come on, this is awesome art. good story. And again, it's like, it's something different that Marvel doesn't really do. Miss Marvel had a, solo series, like in 2006, finally bringing this character back. A character that's not really well known. She is well known to the comic book audience, but not so as well known to public audience. So she is a kind of well known character. So I'm glad they're bringing her to have her own series and bringing a really good series, really good story. Bringing her brother a little bit, which I think hopefully they have more of, because I really do like that family dynamic thing. Get some more supporting characters that are not superheroes. I think that could be interesting, and maybe we'll get more of that, especially with her being a pilot. I don't know if she's gonna be a pilot again or whatever, but I maybe they're aiming for that. Because the next issue says Helen Kolb's legacy, who was I think the person who died, who was the Air Force pilot. And then Carol's challenge, could she outpilot her rival? So yeah, it seems like they're gonna bring a lot more of like the pilot stuff because that is Carol's character. But again, I hope we get to see her family a little bit more. I remember there was like an issue in Ms. Marvel, we get to meet her family a little. So hopefully we get that a little bit in Captain Marvel in next couple of issues, like getting more of those supporting characters, not just Avenger characters, like her family, maybe friends that are not superheroes. I think that could be interesting and bring more of that. They've been really pushing that she's an air pilot, and that's how she got her powers. They're really pushing it, even with the Avenging Spider-Man issue from last week that really introduced Captain Marvel to be Captain Marvel. They've been pushing that, so I feel like that is going to be a really main focus in this series. But this was really, really good issue. I'm telling you, great art, really good story, and makes me excited to pick up the next issue. It doesn't just, it's not like one of those series like, oh yeah, I picked up the next issue, I kind of liked issue 1. It's like, I need to get issue 2, like, it's one of those series, and it's really good, and it's really, even though it's been hyped, it was good hype. It was good hype. It really is a good series, and I think it's definitely a series worth picking up. If you haven't been reading Captain Marvel, if you know nothing about Ms. Marvel, it's actually a good issue to pick up because it's like you do learn about her. Even if you never heard her character, you do learn about her character. Again, pick this up. Yes, pick this up. It's a really good series. I recommend it. This is actually my pick for the week. I give it 4.5. The ending, the little confusion with like who those characters were. If you're not a big Ms. Marvel fan, I don't know, maybe the big Ms. Marvel fan know like who those characters were. But if you're not, like, I didn't know who they were. But besides that, really good issue. Pick this up. This is my pick for a week. I give it a 4.5. Guys, this is Comic Uno. I hope you guys enjoyed and pick this issue up. Give it a chance. So this is Comic Uno. See you guys, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rand Situations so you get news about my videos. See you guys.